Can you feel vibrations? Can you feel energy? Can you feel frequencies? Vibrations, energy, frequencies. Feel the Healy.
All right, hello everybody, and welcome to What's Up Wednesday for June 21st, 2023. I am your host for today, Jake Barron, Head of Operations for the Americas. We got my amazing co-host, Elisa Wickersham from Canada, our country sales manager for Canada, helping out today. You know, might be wondering, where is Adriana? Where is Carla? You know, there's this, I wouldn't say little grand opening event, a huge grand opening event we've got going on this coming weekend here in Mexico City. And they are both in Mexico right now doing final preparations for that event. So we'll be filling in today, but you're in good hands. We've got a ton of great information today. Again, June 21st, first day of summer for 2023. And things have been heating up for quite a while here in the Americas, and we've got even more to tell you about today. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. Here's just a little bit of what we're going to cover today. We've got some operations update that I'll go through first, and then some more information on some of our upcoming trainings. A ton of trainings going on right now, so we want to make sure that we cover all these in detail so you know when everything's happening and how to join and what you need to register for. Then I'm going to pass it over to Elisa, and she's going to talk a little bit about, again, the Mexico grand opening event, and then some things going on in Canada this summer. And then also some about the new Analyse 2 app and the MagHealy subscriptions that are going to be launching very, very soon. And then we've got the special surprise announcement. You may have seen it in your shop already, but there's a America's Summer Kickstart promotion that went live this morning. And then we also have some more details on the other promos that are available for the rest of this month here in June. So let's just go real quick. I will talk about a few operations related things, actually mainly MagHealy. You know, we have sold a ton of MagHealys over the last couple of weeks, month or two, with some of the promos that have been going on. And it's been super hard to keep it in stock. We actually got in a shipment last week, and as soon as we got it in, all the units, hundreds of units, went right out the door to fulfill some of the back orders that had been in place. And we got, from that last shipment, we got pretty much caught up to where I believe orders through around June 16th, June 17th or so, we placed an order through then. We had enough. We're temporarily for the next couple of days out again, but we have we have two more shipments. One's on the way right now from Germany, and there's another one following up right after. So we're going to be kind of globally, really, in all the Healy markets around the world in the situation where we're getting shipments in every week or so, and it's just going to be a little bit longer before we're fully caught up. But you know, don't wait to place an order until we say, okay, we've got a ton of inventory, because we're fulfilling orders in the order that they are received. And, you know, it's just a little bit of a delayed delivery, essentially, you know, 2 weeks or so, 2 to 3 weeks, but we're getting, again, more shipments in all the time. And we're going to get fully back in stock sometime in July, but just bear with us here. But these promotions are too good to pass up on, and, you know, definitely want to take advantage of these before the subscription model launches next month in July. So we talked about this last week and the week before, but we got this great new Healy Americas meeting schedule. It's available online at HealyAmericasEvents.com, and this is what it looks like. So if you go to this account, we've got pretty much something every day of the week now, whether it's Momentum Mondays or our product trainings for Mexico, our Healy Product 101, which just started yesterday. We had the first episode with one of our product experts, Colette Schnabel, helped out on that call, did a great training on some of the basics of getting started with your Healy, from the unboxing to the charging to setting up that Healy 2 app for the first time. And we're going to make that recording available on our YouTube page at HealyAmericas.com. Again, of course, Tech Tip Tuesday, pretty much every Tuesday evening. Again, the amazing Ken Close and I host that call on Tuesday evenings at 8 p.m. And we had another one last night, and that recording will be available soon. What's Up Wednesday, which we're on right now. And then we have a brand new call, Healy 101 Business, that's going to be taking place tonight. It's similar, how to get started with your Healy business. This is a brand new call. Very excited about this one, 8 p.m. Eastern. If you haven't already, go ahead and go to HealyAmericasEvents.com, click on that Healy 101 Business, and register to join that meeting too. Elisa and Colette will be doing that call tonight. And then tomorrow, we're going to talk a little bit about this in a minute here. Healy for Beginners and Beyond, we have our next episode taking place tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And then, of course, we have the brand new Social Fridays as well, which is a great way to end the week and head into the weekend. So that will be taking place this Friday at noon Eastern time. So again, check this out. You can, go to, this is the most up-to-date place for our events. If we have to make any changes or anything like that, when possible, we like to post any sort of changes in our Telegram group and on our Facebook page, Healy World Americas. But this is where we always put the most up-to-date information as far as how to join the meetings, links, any schedule changes there. And on that page as well, you kind of see a little bit more about what is going to be covered on these calls too. And again, more here. Again, we have the link is in the chat, but also you can just scan this QR code. It'll take you right to the Healy Americas events calendar. So very convenient there too. So save it, anything you can just to reference that. And as I mentioned earlier, so we really wanted to do a deep dive into the new Analyse 2 app for our next Healy for Beginners and Beyond, but because the official launch got pushed from June, and that's supposed to be June 15th, to first week of July. We didn't want to wait until July to do our next Healy for Beginners and Beyond. So Ken Close and I were talking and said, originally we said, let's do another top 10. We did one of those earlier this year, and the top 10 took, I think, over an hour and a half to go through it. So let's do a top five things you need to know going into summer 2023. So we're going to talk about the Analyse 2 app. We're not going to do a deep dive, but we're going to talk about, just highlight some of the key features again, things you need to know leading up to the official launch the first week of July. And then we're going to get into a little bit more detail on the MagHealy subscription model. So we've had a few kind of high-level overviews on this, on Frequencies and Friends, on prior What's Up Wednesdays. Elisa is going to share a slide on that later on this call as well, but we're going to go into a little bit more details as far as how it actually works, how you'll pick your subscription, whether it's 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months, if you want to add 1, 2, or 3, and how that interaction kind of works there. I'll share some screenshots too of how that's going to look actually in your shop when you would go to make those selections. And then device charging specification. So we've had a lot of questions recently about how to properly charge your Healy, especially the MagHealy, the different charging blocks that are available, the part that actually plugs into the wall, not the cable itself, about, do we need a fast charger? Do we need a 3 amp versus 2 amp? And we're going to kind of talk a little bit about those differences and key things to look out for there. And, we always, on these last 2 points, like to remind people about the resources that are available. And everything from Academy to back office to the app manuals. There's so much information in those app manuals, and we just want to make sure everyone's aware of how to access those and the type of information that is available in those documents too. So again, if you have not yet and you want to join this call tomorrow, go to HealyFBB.com and you'll be able to register not just for this call tomorrow, but it'll register you automatically for the next couple Healy for Beginners and Beyond, so you don't have to do it every single month when we have that call. Or you can just scan this QR code that's at the top right of the screen as well. And more events. It's so amazing, all these new events we have to talk about here. There's something for everybody. But we've had two now. Our second webinar was just yesterday. It was Momentum Monday on a Tuesday this week because of the holiday that we had on Monday. But next week we're back to having this call on Monday. So again, scan this QR code. It'll take you straight to the site to register for the next Momentum Monday with Shannon. And the topic next week is onboarding, unleash your team's potential. So that will take place at 1 p.m. Eastern time next Monday, June 26th. So go ahead and register. And for those of you that do register, we're also going to be sending out the recording link. It's actually on our YouTube page, but it's an unlisted video. So it's not going to be available via the normal playlist, but anybody that registers for this call, we will send out the recording. We'll make that link available too for anybody that missed it. So be on the lookout for, we'll post that here. So actually we can probably post that the first week. We're working on the link for the recording for webinar 2 that just took place yesterday. We'll have that available later this week, but we will definitely want to make that content available for anyone that can't make it at that time each week that we're having that call. And then this isn't new. Well, it's in the grand scheme of Healy, it's new, but we've been talking about this for a few weeks now. Updates via text message. So we actually sent our first one out last week to remind people in the business group of the promotion that was ending on June 20th as far as how to earn that gold clip Healy, and also the earnings potential through some of those bonuses that were available through June 20th. But yeah, just again, it's really easy to join. Just scan either of these QR codes. If you want to join just product, fine. If you want to join just business, that's fine too. Join both, great. But do it separately though. So if you want to text this keyword or scan the QR code, don't text product and business within the same text. Send a text just with the word product, and then send a separate text just with the word business, and that will sign you up for both of those product groups. So we're still coming up with some more content to send out through this new contact platform we have for everybody, but we will be utilizing this a lot more going forward. So I'm going to pass it over to Elisa now. She's going to tell you a little bit about some of the events going on here in the Americas, and also the Analyse 2 app and the MagHealy subscription model that we just mentioned as well. So Elisa.
Okay, thank you, Jake. I am happy to be helping you on here, and we have so many exciting things going on. So super exciting week for Mexico. They have their grand opening this Saturday, June 24th. We have a QR code here that you can scan. It's not too late to get your tickets. So on our next slide here, we've got a QR code that you can still grab those tickets if you haven't yet. And we just want to send a huge congratulations out to all of Mexico. We are all super excited for you. And
yeah, Elisa, actually, I think they may have just the other day reached the capacity for this event. So there's probably still a way. If you have a few more people that want to join, we can probably work something out. But this is going to be the biggest event ever held in the Americas. And Mexico just opened, and it's the biggest event by far that we've ever had in the Americas. So it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, so awesome. So we are sending you guys all of our love to Mexico. Have an amazing weekend there. Carla and Adriana are both going to be there, along with a whole bunch of other really awesome execs from corporate and top field leaders. So it's going to be an exciting day. Okay, so in Canada, we also have exciting things going on, and we shared on our last call how we met with the leaders here in Canada. Now we are taking it out to the rest of Canada. So get excited. If you are a member in Canada, we are going to be coming with coffee meetings, hopefully to an area that is close to you. So I want you to watch the Facebook group. If you're in there, in the Canada Facebook group, if you're not yet, you can get in there, and we'll be sending out details by email and posting on Facebook. So that will be exciting. Okay, we have our new Heal Advisor Analyze app, number 2. So we are really looking forward to launching this. We've got the soft launch going on right now. And just like Jake shared, we've got training coming up. So if you are a VP or above, you want to check your email. You should have already received an email. There's a training tomorrow for all of you. And then if you want to mark your calendars, June 28th is the day that we are going to have a global training for our Heal Advisor new app going on here. And as well, that training, we're actually going to be killing 2 birds with 1 stone here, and also doing the new MagHealy subscriptions training at the same time. I don't know that it's going to be as awesome as the one that Jake just told you about that you guys are doing on the beginners and beyond. You're probably gonna want to jump on that one that can close.
Actually, you'll get a ton of information on this. There's a one specifically for leaders, VP and up, tomorrow. That's at 9 a.m. Eastern time, and the invite was sent out to that via email. So if you're a VP or higher and you haven't checked your email recently, go ahead and do that to make sure you're registered to attend that training. But as Lisa mentioned, there's going to be an open training for all members and customers next week. Should be the June 28th. More details will be sent out for that. But they're actually going to go into pretty detailed information on that, more than we're going to do tomorrow on Healy for Beginners. We're going to just keep kind of the high level tomorrow, but they're going to go into somewhat more of the details on these trainings, and then we'll do our own sort of deep dive into some of these new features once the official app is launched on our July edition of Healy for Beginners and Beyond. So join both. You know, if you're invited to any of these, the more training, the better, especially with all the new features coming out.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and is that tomorrow that you're doing that, Jake? It is, right?
Yes, yeah.
June
So
22nd? Okay.
June 20, tomorrow, Healy for Beginners Beyond at 3 Eastern. The leader training for the Analyse 2 app and subscriptions is at 9 Eastern time tomorrow.
Okay. And so for everyone else, I see someone's asking, is it HealyBB.com? It's HealyFBB.com. So Healy for Beginners and Beyond.com. Okay. So yes, we also got somebody asking, how are people in Canada going to find out about the summer meetings? We will be sending emails out to all Canadian members. So they will have the chance to find out what's going on there. We're also going to be posting in the Facebook group, so that'll be a great place. Okay, and yeah, we're all of these new things that we are launching. We are so excited to give you more earning potential with our new MagHealy subscriptions, and everything else that we got going on is super exciting. So the excitement doesn't end there though, does it, Jake? I think we have more promotions you're going to be telling us about here.
Yes. So many of these things. So again, summer is here, first day of summer, and a lot of people in July like to celebrate Christmas in July. But this is essentially doing Black Friday in June, so we're kind of on that schedule here. Our most popular promo ever is back, 60% off on the Healy Professional Edition. So you can get a Healy Professional from now through the end of June for just $16.16 USD. That's an overall savings from the regular full price of $4,041. So it's a savings of over $2,400 USD. The thing to keep in mind here is that we've had a really large bundle available on the Professional Edition from June 1st to June 20th. That included the Healy Coil, Travel Case, Personal Growth Database, Natural Cycle, and Soul Cycle. So this isn't 60% off plus that bundle. The 60% off replaces that bundle. So there was over $1,100 worth of value in that bundle that was there. So just keep that in mind if anyone, had any regret that they missed out on 60% off. The bundle that we had there was the biggest bundle we've ever had before on a professional edition. So that was an amazing deal. This is an amazing deal as well, to help close out the month and to kickstart your summer. So we're going to run this through the end of the month. So anybody, we'll be sending out an email notification newsletter with this information too. So just again, the terms and conditions, there'll be a flyer that goes along with this that'll be available in back office. We'll link to it as well with everything that comes out in the communication. We'll of course post this on our Facebook and our Telegram groups too, to remind people to not miss out on this amazing offer. And then the other big change, we've had an amazing price on MagHealy this whole month, actually end of May through June 20th, where you could get a MagHealy for $19.22 USD. And this is that deal ended. It's not going to be extended. That was the last chance to get it yesterday. But we're bringing back one of our most popular MagHealy bundle, where you can get a MagHealy buy a MagHealy, you get the Healy Resonance Plus edition for free. So you're getting that Resonance Plus. That's, if you were to buy it separately, it's over 1,600 USD right now. You buy the MagHealy at the regular price of $29.90, and you get that. So this is a great bundle. I know a lot of people like to have this offered to anyone coming in business. It's kind of like an all-in-one package. Start your business, you get the MagHealy, you get the Resonance Plus. You can always upgrade that Resonance Plus later to a professional if you want to. But this is again, tremendous value. It's been super popular here in the Americas as well. So happy to be able to offer that to everybody as well. Again, this information will be available in back office, and we'll send out a summary too of the changes that took place starting today through the end of the month via newsletter. Again, terms and conditions here too. Just kind of shows the dates, the times, and then the MagHealy UVs back up to $14.95, which is the full price UV. And this is something new as well. We have had PayPal for a while now, but we did not have the pay in 4 option. So we had the pay monthly was available for some people, but we now have the pay in 4 installments. And how that works is you make your first payment, and then every 15 days you pay an equal installment. So essentially, it's over a course of 45 days, you complete that purchase. So that's something new. So when you go to your cart and you go to checkout, you select PayPal, and then there'll be an option of pay now or pay later. And you can, if you check the pay later, depending on the order total, as you see here, the pay in 4 is only available for purchases up to 1,500 USD. That's not anything that we can control here. That's a PayPal limit on their pay in 4 program, but it still covers a lot of people's purchases, but they wanted to spread it out over a few different payments. So if pay in 4 is not available, you can also choose the option to pay monthly, and you can finance it. And that ranges from 6, 12, or 24-month installments there. And that one you can finance all the way up to $10,000 purchase. So this is just something that's a little bit extra, another option for people. Maybe Klarna didn't work out or whatever. There are a few. If you go to the PayPal site, there's a few different states that pay in 4 is not available. Just like Klarna isn't available in every single state. There's some of these different rules and restrictions that each state has put into place. Nothing we can control, it's just something to be aware of. If for some reason if you go to purchase this and you find out that it's not available in your particular state. And I know everyone in Canada is what about us? What about us? And yeah, we have been working really hard. It doesn't look like it because we have nothing to show for it right now, but we are our finance team and Oksana are working very hard behind the scenes to have some payment options, installment options available for Canada as well. It hasn't, of course, happened as quick as we would like, but it is a priority for us to be able to have something available for Canada. So, we keep rolling out payment options as they become available, whether it's US or some of the options that are available in Mexico. We're trying to offer as many payment options as possible in all of our markets. It's just some are a little bit easier to take care of than others. So, but thank you everyone for your patience, and we will eventually get something for everybody there. So thank you so much for your patience. And just a couple things. So we have these two new promos: the professional at 60% off, and then the buy MagHealy, get a Resonance Plus for free. Two amazing promos. If you're interested in a Resonance or Resonance Plus, those promos carry over. So we had a 35% discount on Resonance or higher. So Resonance or higher now is just Resonance or Resonance Plus, because the professional has its own promo through the end of the month. But you can still save 35% on Resonance Plus, and then also the bundles are still available. We extended these bundles. They were set to expire on June 20th, so yesterday, but the bundle on the Resonance where you get a free coil, and then the bundle on the Resonance Plus where you get the free coil and the personal growth database and 35% off either of these editions, that is valid through the end of the month. So you still have the option to, if someone's not interested in professional, even though it's an amazing deal right now, these are certainly great options as well for anybody interested in these two editions. And yeah, a couple more things here before we go. This is some of the untapped potential bonuses that were available. You see here the two second and third items listed. Those you had to qualify by June 20th, and we had a ton of people qualify for both the Gold Clip Healy Resonance Plus, and then also the professional with Gold Clip signed by Marcus Mika, where you needed to enroll 3 versus 2 professionals, and of course the cash bonuses that go along with those. So we're very excited. We'll be announcing those qualifiers on an upcoming call, but tremendous promo. And again, through the end of the month, those promos ended on June 20th, but for the entire month of June, there's unlimited cycles where you can earn a free Healy Resonance Plus edition. So for every 3 Resonance or higher, successful Resonance or higher referrals, you can earn that free Healy Resonance Plus edition. And then also there's still those bonuses in place where you can earn, up to $1,500 for every time you rank up, or get rewarded for up to 100 euros for maintaining career titles as well. So just keep in mind, those are still available through the end of this month. And yes, finally here, the next Frequencies and Friends is going to take place on July 3rd at noon Eastern time. And I don't remember, I don't know now. I'll have to check our America's calendar. We haven't posted the July calendar yet, but we will do that here in the near future. As far as the link to register for the next Frequencies and Friends, maybe we'll include that in one of these maybe this newsletter that's coming out here regarding the promos will include it. But anyway, we'll make sure that it gets sent out there and everyone can register for that Frequencies and Friends, because we had a great start here in June. We got the summer kickoff promotion going on. We've got a lot more planned for July as well to keep this momentum going into the summer. So, Alisa, do we have any other questions in the chat here?
I think we got them all answered, the ones that were coming into us here. Yep.
All right. Great. So, if there's nothing else, Alisa, do you have anything else to add before we end today's call?
Don't. I think it's just going to be a super exciting month, though. We've got amazing promotions, and yeah, we're ready to finish this month strong.
Be on the lookout for information on those trainings coming up for both the Analyse 2 app and the MagHealy subscriptions. Information on the registration link for this next Frequencies and Friends. And then, that first week of July is going to be a huge week with the official launch of the Analyse app and the subscription model. And make sure, if you're available, to join us tomorrow for Healy for Beginners and Beyond. Again, you can register for that call at healyfbb.com. And that is at 3 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So looking forward to seeing many of you on that call. So thank you, everybody, and let's have a great summer.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Jake.